Hi, everybody. It's Kelly Kimberlin, the Connect with Your Inner Badass life coach, speaker, and author. And welcome to the Real Life Shit Show and how to navigate through it. I'm here today by myself because my buddy Eva Stratler's still in the midst of moving and she's on a field trip today. But we're really lucky to have Dr. Seth Gerlach join us today and talk about the importance of our health. Because let me tell you, when your health you don't keep in check with your health, you can't handle all the stress. You can't handle all the chaos. And I am a living testimony to that. When my health wasn't top notch and my adrenals burnt out on me and the doctors wanted to medicate me, I could not handle anything in my life. It got more and more stressful. And what's that do? It causes more and more chaos. And you snap and you get angry and you can't sleep. I guess we shouldn't say we, I'm talking about myself here. So I know the importance of what you're thinking and what you're eating, what you're feeding your body. So Seth's joining us right now, and we're going to talk about different options that you can have. You know, regular doctors are great. I've been to them. I go to them. But there's other options when your body's not operating like it should. And Dr. Seth Gerlach is a functional doctor. And he's going to join us and talk about, let me see if I can get him to join us. He said I'm going to, oh, there he is. I can't get him on here though. And this is what happens. Bring Seth on camera. Please join us in a second. Talk about functional medicine.
Hey, Kel.
Hey, we did it. Hi, Seth. What's going on?
What's up? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. You're in your new office, aren't you?
I am.
I
Check it
love
out.
it. Look at that beautiful woodwork in his office. It was really ugly. It was a dark
Awesome.
mahogany reddish.
That's
Yeah, and you
awesome.
guys painted it up. It looks good.
Yeah, you got to come see it.
I am. Hey, listen, so we're talking about health today and how important it is. And you know how important it is. And when I came to you, my adrenals were working a little bit better, but somehow something happened with my body and I wasn't operating right. I could feel like something wasn't right. And the doctors went to medicate me. So tell everybody out there what the other options are when they're not feeling good.
Yeah, well, I think it all comes back to also, I think women do this especially is they get so focused on taking care of others and they get in the grind and the daily stuff and you kind of just get stuck and you forget about taking care of yourself. But because today I think we have to take care of ourselves more than ever because there's so much crap in our foods. We're exposed to more toxins than ever. We've got technology at our fingertips, so we're stressed as crap all the time. Like, I think right now this is a pivotal time that we have to reflect and look inward to take care of ourselves, or else we've seen, like, look at the stats with heart disease and diabetes and cancers and autoimmune diseases. These things are skyrocketing. And it comes back to making yourself a priority. And I think that's a really big thing for people. But I think some people feel guilty doing that, Kel.
I know. Hello. That? I got both hands up over here. I never put myself first. 48 years later.
Yeah. But look what happens when you did, right?
Yeah. Life has changed.
Yeah. And a lot of times people don't fall apart all at once. It's like they don't notice how shitty they feel, right? It's well, my energy sucks, but it always sucks. I'm probably just getting old. Or I don't sleep anymore because I'm probably menopausal or something. Yeah. Or every time I eat a food, my stomach hurts, but I think I just have a bad stomach, So
pay attention. Pay attention.
We blame all this other stuff, but I think the biggest thing that I love teaching people how to do is to be aware of how things in your day affect your body. So, like, think of it. I had people journal this so they don't forget. So it's actually written down. Okay. Like, how much did you sleep? Okay, good. We'll start there. And then we'll get up. What'd you have for breakfast? What was your mood like? Did you do a meditation, right? Did you move? Did you exercise? Yeah. What were your stressors like? Was your job really stressful that day? Did you get in a fight with a spouse or your kids or something?
I love that.
Right. So you start putting these pieces together of, okay, I exercise. I slept really well. I ate really well. Look at all this stuff. I de-stressed today. Oh, I felt really good that day. That's cool. And then you say the next day, ooh, I felt like crap. Like in the afternoon, I got a headache, or like I snapped really easily. What was that? Let me look back here. Oh, or for lunch I had, pizza or pasta. And maybe last time I had that, you know what? I felt the same thing. So you can start correlating these things and putting these, because most people don't think about this, Kel.
Right.
They, like I said,
They're doing it. They're on the phone and they're eating is what they're doing, Seth. I know.
And they just take it at face value, but people don't, and I was guilty of this too, until I got into this natural health stuff. You don't realize how powerful your daily lifestyle, your thoughts, all these things, how powerful that is for your health.
No.
So I think it kind of goes both ways, where you have to take care of your health, but you also have to take care of like your daily stuff. So your health is going to be the #1 priority.
Right.
And we talk about this stuff all the time. We still do talk about this stuff all the time, because we're on the same wavelength with all this, and teaching people how to do this is super important.
Yeah.
This is my life now. Like I love just.
I know.
Because we can change lives with just some easy tweaks.
I know.
Stuff to put in every day, and people just can be. It's really just making people aware.
Right.
That's really all it is.
It's not complicated. It's not complicated.
No. And I tell people, you are your best doctor. Honestly, you know your body the best.
Mm-hmm.
Like I couldn't come tell you, well, don't eat this and do this particular exercise. That may not be right for you. But if you start tracking these things, how you feel, what's your weight like, what's your energy, what's your mood, all these things, you can start to get in a groove and see, wow, what works for me.
Right.
That's the cool thing, you know?
Right.
Individualized healthcare, individualized medicine, whatever you're going to call it. But it's you can do all this stuff at home. It's pretty neat.
It's not that hard. It's simple stuff. That's why I teach my clients all the time. Just being aware. So this whole thing is about being aware of what you're thinking and what you're taking in your mouth. I don't know even how many people sit down to dinner anymore. You sit down with your kids and teach them how just to eat. You know what I mean? I think that's even missing.
I think we've lost the ability to know how to grocery shop, but a lot of that, just like 85% of the stuff in the stores is processed crap.
You got to stay on the outside aisles.
That's right.
Outside aisles.
People don't know how to cook anymore. We're watching more cooking shows than ever, but no one knows how to
Okay, that's funny, because that's true.
It's true. So we've lost that. We don't know how to cook, and we're not having family dinners with conversations and deep thoughts, because everyone's just, they don't want to be bored. So we want to be entertained all the time.
Right.
Doing something on our phone. And that's a whole nother topic, Kel.
I know, it's another whole session we got to do. I know, it's okay to be bored. It's just so important. So if your health isn't like, what do you call it? Like your health in check or 100%, you're not operating. I remember just losing my mind all the time, because it was like I wasn't sleeping because I wasn't feeding my body right. I didn't know what was missing, and you found the core issues. So you go to the core issues of why your body's not operating, and everybody's different. And you give us more than 15 minutes of your time. You go to a doctor now, you're lucky you see him. And if you do, him or her, it's 15 minutes tops. You know what I mean?
I think the average is like 6 to 7 minutes right now for
whoa, come on.
Office visit. It's crazy. And it's not necessarily the doctors, it's the system that's broken.
Oh yeah, it's the system. Right.
The system doesn't focus on the things that we talk about, right?
Right.
There's a good movie called Escape Fire, and they interview this doctor, this cardiologist, and she goes, I could spend 10, 15 minutes, put a stent in, get paid $2,500, or I could spend an hour with someone, teach them how to eat, teach them how to cook, teach them how to de-stress, totally change their life, but I'm going to get paid like $50. So why would I do that?
So you can sleep at night. That's why you're going to do it.
You didn't like the system either. But yes. So functional medicine is all about finding the root cause of people's problems, whether that is the foods that they're eating. Are they not exercising enough? Are they exercising too much? Are their hormones out of balance? Do they have hidden inflammation and infections? And all these things can drive people's health to the ground.
Right.
And I see it every single day. This is my story. This is your story. So many other people's story, revolves around this. But
Mhm.
functional medicine digs deep, finds all that out, and then uses natural therapies in order to get people back on track. So there's no harmful medications. There's no shots,
Mhm.
needles, nothing like that.
Nothing.
It's all natural stuff your body needs to heal and repair.
I know.
So I think it makes sense. I think it's common sense, but that's just me.
And
Just because I've been on the other side.
there's two of us.
It's the analogy of like your faucet's on and you got water all over the floor. Are you going to start mopping up the floor or are you going to turn the sink off
Mhm.
first? Like,
I love it. I love it.
yeah. But even before we get there, just tell your listeners, like what we said, like take an inventory of your day. What are
Mhm.
you eating? How are you exercising? How are you
Right.
sleeping? What are your thoughts like? Start there. You
Right.
can make some huge shifts yourself.
Right.
And you don't know what you don't know. So
Right.
just start being aware and start thinking about this stuff. Really, start putting your health first.
Right.
Self, put your health first. You need to put care of others.
Did I lose you? Somebody's calling
I'm
me.
here. I'm
Important.
here.
It's so important.
Facebook didn't like that.
Yeah, I know. So I didn't know that. Am I supposed to let everybody know I'm on live Facebook? They should be watching. They shouldn't be calling people. But
That's right.
so simple. So, both the things we teach are simple practices you can put in your life. You made me do the notebook thing. I had to write down what I was eating. I only lied a few times. I had to, I had to give up. I had no food sensitivity. So don't, people have different sensitivities, right? I mean, it's not all gluten. People have other sensitivities too that could be causing issues that they don't even freaking know,
That's
right?
true. And the best way to find out if you have food sensitivities is take the foods out for a while, give yourself a break, and then reintroduce them back in. I use this for like 4 to 8 weeks, somewhere
Okay.
in there. It's a good spot. So people don't freak out when I tell them don't drink wine. It's not forever.
Oh, remember me? I was like, going to have your head.
I did remember to scoot away just a little bit. No, but there's a certain group of foods. Gluten and dairy are one of the biggest ones. Sugar's a big one.
Right.
Eggs, peanuts, soy.
Yeah. How
These are
about the
all.
tomatoes and stuff? What are those things called? The earth, when they're dirt, not the tomatoes sometimes aren't good for people and they don't even
Oh
know.
yeah. So there can be like lectins and certain
Yeah,
things in
lectin.
foods that can
Right.
too. Nightshades like tomatoes,
Nightshade.
eggplant.
That's what I'm talking about. I was
So like you said, everyone's different though.
right.
So ideally, we have people take all them out. It's not as hard as it sounds, really, and most people feel amazing. And then after the 4 to 8 weeks, you reintroduce them back one at a time.
Right.
See which ones are bothering you, and if you introduce it back and you feel fine, great. Keep it in the rotation. If you introduce it back, you feel like crap. Well, you should probably keep that out for a little bit longer.
I know what I need to keep out of my rotation. Every once in a while, I torture my body with it, but then I take it right
What is
out.
now?
You know what it is. I have to torture myself with it occasionally. Just say thank God for Tito's, is all I'm saying. But Seth, I really appreciate you. Tell people where they can find you. You're right here in St. Louis, and tell them maybe what's starting on Monday.
Yeah, so you can find us here locally in St. Louis, corehealthstl.com. I see people all day in clinic. We have cool therapies in our office too. So you guys should check that out. Also have a DIY online program that is launching on Monday,
Yay.
April 29th. And it's all about kind of what we talked about today, finding the right foods for you. It's called the Right Diet Method. And it's all about how to specifically take foods out and bring it back in so you know what foods you can eat going forward so you have better energy, so your metabolism's good, inflammation's down, and you can be the healthiest you can be. And you can find that at drsethgerlach.com.
Awesome. I'm excited for you to launch that program. We need more of you in the world. I'm so glad it's becoming a known. I didn't know about functional medicine until I met you. And now I keep hearing it more and more. So I'm so happy that you do what you do. And I really appreciate what you've done for me. So thanks for coming on.
Absolutely, Cal. Yeah,
Okay, go
thanks for
celebrate
having
that.
me on.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
Bye, Cal.
Bye.
Bye.